An important part of learning your drawing skills is how to read what's called an orthographic drawing. So I'm going to make this one big up here just for a moment, and you're going to see that here's a shape, and it looks like kind of a block with a cutout in it, and I can see it. And if I were standing over here looking at it, I would be looking at what's called the front face, and that face, I can see it right here. Right, I can see it's kind of L-shaped, and that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And I can see that those sides sort of match up in lengths. Now, what's really interesting, though, is this is what's called a true view. It's when I'm looking straight on at a surface. And when you're looking straight on at a surface, and you measure these in AutoCAD or on your flat drawing, it actually is that dimension if it's a one-to-one drawing, if you've printed it out properly. So if I were to put a scale on here or a ruler or measure it with calipers, it would be 4 inches. Okay, and this would be 6 inches. But if I were to measure it on the piece of paper over here, this 6 inches is actually just a little bit shorter than that, the way it's drawn. And that's just a fact of drawing. When you look at a view at an angle, it foreshortens the line. And, this is back in the day, we didn't have beautiful 3D modeling like we do now. We had 2D modeling, and we often had to measure stuff from the drawings. So that's where this all came from. Now, this is somewhat going away, but it's also a good way to be able to look at a drawing in a way where you can see the important parts in different views. Okay, so we're going to practice taking this 3D view and making these separate views. Now you'll notice this one looks a little funny. That's looking at it from the right-hand side. Looking at it from the right-hand side. So we place the view on the right hand, and we line it up so that it's even. Top and bottom are even with this. It doesn't matter how far away I put it, but it's got to line up. And so that's a little trick that we're going to work on too. And you'll notice from this view, I really can't tell that that is back far away. I don't notice that until I look at it over here and go, oh, that surface is sort of like this thing back here. Okay, I've got a little video to show you about this that'll really help you understand it. Very beautiful visualization. It's in the playlist. You'll see it on here also. But I wanted to give you a little background as to why we draw orthographically. And every discipline does it. Mechanical, well, not every discipline. Civil engineers rarely use orthographics. But architects, interior designers, cabinetry, even landscaping, they call it different things sometimes. In architectural, they call it plan view, elevation view. In mechanical, they say front, right, top. Okay. And in civil, they'll call it a section. But there we go. That's a little bit about why we use orthographics and how we do it. The easiest thing here is to see that I've got this L shape and this L shape. So this little view represents this surface. This view represents these two. This view represents the top. There you go. That's a little bit about orthographic.